Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new, exciting Doctor Who topic video for today. So for this Doctor video, I kind of want to talk about the anniversary specials, what one is my favourite out of the three, and basically how do I rank them, and basically how do I put them in categories between like A plus or A or B. Now, there ain't no bad story in these. I think these have got no bad episodes at all. I actually did quite enjoy every single one of these specials. I absolutely loved every single one of them. More than I actually thought I was going to. I mean, I absolutely loved the 14th Doctor a hell of a lot more than I thought I was actually going to. These specials are absolutely brilliant and amazing. So I'm going to talk about basically each one individually, not in too much depth because I've already done my reviews on these. So if you haven't seen my reviews, I would actually put the links at the bottom for you. So hopefully you can sit down and enjoy them. But I'm going to talk about my thoughts on them as a whole, really, and which one's my favourite, and basically how do I rank them and rate them. So, are you sitting comfortably? Good, and I will begin. So, I'm going to talk about the Star Beast first. So, the Star Beast, it is a fantastic introduction to Doctor Who for Disney+. For those that have been watching it on BBC One for the last 18 odd years, you know everything that's going to happen. So, we didn't really need that primo log thing at the beginning of the episode with the Doctor talking, like we says, once upon a time, or once upon a time Lord. We didn't need any of that, because we all know what's basically happened with Donna basically having to losing their memory because of because of the crisis, the meta crisis. We don't really need that. So I think that was the thing that we didn't actually need, but the rest of the episode is quite good. I love the fact straight away we bump into Donna as soon as the Doctor walks out of the TARDIS, and the fact that we meet her daughter, aka Rose Noble, and we also meet her husband in a couple of scenes later on, which is absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, that fantastic punch of Sylvia across the Doctor's face, which I found absolutely funny, where the Doctor just gets slaps and goes, "Oh, here we go again." I love it. Honestly love it. Beep the Meep is an interesting villain. Now, I have read the comic of the Star Beast, and I did enjoy it. Which is my favourite adaptation between these two versions of the Star Beast? I'm going to have to say this one on screen, because it's got some good, iconic moments in there. I love the fact when the Doctor puts on that court gesture, and basically he's there trialling Beep the Meep, and of course he goes, "Pacific A, Donna, no, will you look at the taxi? Is there any scorch marks?" And Donna's there checking. She goes, "No, there ain't no scorch marks." And he goes, "Example B, that soldier in the streets wasn't dead. He was just knocked unconscious. And the only ones that were shooting were the ones with the funny, weirding eyes. So the question is, Meep, are they coming to kill you, or are they coming to rescue you?" I love the Wrath Warriors design as well. I love to see them team up with Juju at some point. Imagine the Wrath Warriors and Juju to kind of team up together. I think that'd be a good, fantastic Doctor Who story at some point, with the return of the Juju and the Wrath Warriors, and basically make them work together. Have Beat the Meep escape prison. Yeah, let's have Beat the Meep escape prison, and basically let's have them teaming up to try and capture the Meep. And of course, we have the Doctor, say if it's the 15th or 16th Doctors, they kind of interfere with that plan and bump into Beat the Meep again, and like, oh my god, not the Meep again. I did actually quite enjoy the first special. I love that the fact we had the reveal of the new TARDIS in there, like the new TARDIS in the console room. I absolutely loved the whole new TARDIS console room. I think that was absolutely brilliant. The theme itself, some people hate it, some people don't really love it. I love it. I love the theme. I think the theme is absolutely brilliant. The title sequence, I kind of prefer these over the 2005 to 2010 ones. So I do actually quite love it, because I love the fact we got the TARDIS at the bottom of the TARDIS hitting the nebula. So I do quite enjoy the Star Beast. I think it's a fantastic story and a brilliant introduction, and I quite enjoy it. Then, of course, we go into the next story now with Wild Blue Yonder. Is there any point with 1666? No, there was actually no point in that bit. So I love the fact how the TARDIS has basically gone out of control because Donna accidentally spilled coffee in the TARDIS again. Oh my god, I've done it again. What? The way the Doctor just looks at her like, what? I absolutely love that. when they are in that spaceship in the edge of the universe and they kind of meet the alien shape-shifting creatures that can basically shape-shift into them, but their arms are too long, I actually quite enjoy it really gives me Midnight vibes in this story. I have rewatched this one 25 times since I did my review. That was literally, I did my review the first time I watched it, and since then I kind of watched it an extra 21 times, and, well, 25 times. So I kind of watched it in total of 26 times, and I quite enjoyed it, and it isn't my favourite of the specials, and I'll talk a bit more about that a bit later on. I absolutely loved it. I don't think there's a fault wrong with it. I honestly have to admit, I love the fact when the Doctor picks up the wrong Donna, I thought the real Donna was going to die. And the fact we kind of have that dematerialization happening at literally before the ship blew up and the Doctor does rescue the real Donna. I actually did love that scene. Because it's such a shame to bring Catherine Tate back as Donna if you're just going to kill her off one special later. And then, of course, we have the return of Ben and Crimmins, where that little scene at the end, where that's already filmed before he passed away. So it was a nice little scene, that one. So I did quite enjoy Wild Blue Yonder. And then, of course, we have the Giggle. The Giggle. This is the one I've been excited for the most out of the three specials, because it was the return of the Toy Maker. Did it lift up to my dreams of the story? Well, yes, I did actually have good expectations coming from the story. I mean, I've always been interested with the character of the Celestial Toymaker, especially from 1966. I've always been intrigued by that story, and I do have it on vinyl to listen to, and I'm literally going to hold off the final now because with the animation coming out, so I'm literally looking forward to the animation before I listen to the final. So I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing the Toymaker in that story. But in this story, Neil Patrick Harris plays him really, really well. I like Neil Patrick Harris's basically the way he was playing the Toymaker. I love the creepiness of him. It actually does give me like some classic Doctor Who vibes with the way the Celestial Toymaker was a little bit creepy with the dolls, with Mama Sue or whatever, that doll that says, "Oh, my husband got burnt to death and you left me with the babies." I actually love that. I love the fact we saw the Toymaker making that person basically become a puppet, which basically the Toymaker kind of did that in the original story. So it wasn't something really new, but it was actually nice to see the new technology do it. I quite enjoyed David Tennant's performance in this one a lot more. I loved all the callbacks and mentions like in this episode the most, because we had callbacks to Carbon, which is basically the planet from the Daleks' master plan. We had a nice callback to Adric. Then, of course, we had callbacks to Savalon Glitz by Mel, which I think was absolutely brilliant. And I absolutely loved the fact how he fell over a bottle of whiskey. That's how he killed himself at the age of 101. Which is actually quite interesting. If you're going to be 101, you wouldn't think you'd be drinking whiskey, would you? But obviously you are. I love the callbacks to Amy, Clara, and Bill. I actually love them. I love the callback to the Flux. I love the fact how basically the reason that the 14th Doctor got his face back was because the Doctor was wearing themselves out. And the point of having the Doctor wearing himself out because of everything that's happened. I mean, we had a callback to basically when the Doctor first met the Toymaker. We had the exile callback from the Time Lords, where they exiled him into his third incarnation. Then, of course, we had the Key to Time mentioned and the Logopolis mentioned, which was absolutely brilliant. Then, of course, we had the Pandorica name dropped. We had the Time War name dropped. We just had so many callbacks and references. Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, I'm going to be 100% here. I actually quite enjoyed his performance. I actually enjoy his performance as the 15th Doctor a lot more than David Tennant's 14th Doctor. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ncuti Gatwa was going to bring in the role at the Christmas episode, because at this current time, watching him in literally like the last, I believe, like 10-20 minutes of the episode, I actually quite felt good Doctor vibes. I mean, the fact that he doesn't really suffer with post-regeneration trauma that we do see other Doctors have is something that I really did enjoy. I love the fact we got a Doctor who basically just gets straight into the action. The post-regeneration, not post-regeneration, sorry, the bi-regeneration, where you kind of got the Doctor about to regenerate and you think he is, and he goes, "No, hold on, this feels different. Can you just grab that arm? Can you just grab that arm?" And I like the way how 14 and 15 get on so well, and that the 15th Doctor is there hugging the 14th Doctor, because the 14th Doctor, the Doctor as a character has been through so much, and the fact that we know that he is going to regenerate into Ncuti Gatwa by the fact when he says you just need some time to de-stress, you need something to take your mind off it. And this is where the 14th Doctor retires and has a little bit of a life with Donna and her family. Oh, sorry, I dropped my sonic screwdriver there. There we are. So anyway, as I was saying, I do like the fact the 14th Doctor has retired, but the split regeneration, I kind of think it makes sense. Instead of us having to watch the 14th Doctor kind of enjoy retirement and kind of mellow, and the fact that the 15th Doctor says, look, to be honest, when I was you did do it, and this is what I am like now. I really did enjoy that, and I think it was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's a little bit of the specials. So basically, I'm going to talk about the ones I like the most, and then of course the ones I like the least, and then I'm going to rate them. So my favourite one of these specials has got to go to the Giggle, with a massive 10 out of 10 and a big A+. This one I absolutely flipping loved. I think out of the 3 specials, this is the one that had the most action in. And I just quite enjoy this one so much. I think it's brilliant. I love Neil Patrick Harris as the toy maker. And I would be 100% open if they did want to return the toy maker at some point, if he's played by Neil Patrick Harris again. Because it's just absolutely brilliant. I just love it. So yeah, this is a massive A+. A massive A+. So the next story, I'm going to have to say it is another 10 out of 10. And it is a A. Just a normal A for rating. It is got to go to the Starbeast for an A. And it's definitely a 10 out of 10. It's not an A+, because I don't think it is as good as basically the Giggle is. But I do quite enjoy the Starbeast a hell of a lot more than Wild Blue Yonder. I have to be honest with you, I love the Meep, I love the Wrath Warriors, I love the fact how the 10th Doctor, sorry, the 14th Doctor recognises what's going on with basically the guards, like the unit soldiers are being stunned. Did quite enjoy that one. And then in last place with a 9 out of 10, so it's literally 1 mark off the other 2, but I have to give this one a B for rating. It's because I don't really like the opening part of it. I don't really get what's the whole point of us having the 1066-bit or not 1666. Don't really care for that bit. I love the introduction to the shape-shifting alien creatures from another universe. The horse alien creatures, I'd like to see them return, but I'd love to see them come into our universe instead of the Doctor having to go into their universe. I did quite enjoy the horror graphics sort of stuff going on. I did quite enjoy it, but not as much as the other 2. And I'm sorry to say that, but I still think these 3 specials are the best 3 of Doctor Who I have seen in a long time. Now, don't forget though, I did actually quite enjoy the Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, and I enjoyed a little bit of the Whittaker era. I'm not a big Jodie hater. I'm not really part of a Jodie hater. I do like some of her stories. I just don't like Series 11. And basically, this trilogy, or these 3 specials, are the best I have actually ever seen come from Doctor Who in a very, very long time. And I mean that most sincerely. I really think this is one of the best things about Doctor Who. That is literally one of the best things that have come out from Doctor Who in a very long time. So I do have to be honest with you, a big massive A+ to the Giggle. I absolutely loved it. I loved the fact we had David Tennant's 14th Doctor. I do love the split regeneration. Some people hate it, some people don't really enjoy it, but I love it. And sorry, but that is my opinion. I love the fact we had something new instead of literally the glowing and the Doctor bending back and regenerating. I love the fact we kind of had a split regeneration, which I found quite good, and I absolutely loved it, or the bi-generation. I did love the Starbeast. The Starbeast I have watched 45 times at this current time, so I do absolutely love it. I really do love it, because it has some great moments from Donna, and the fact when my biggest nitpick about the episode is that the fact that the whole meta crisis is basically done and gone just under like a couple of last minutes. I would have loved it if it stayed part of basically Wild Blue Yonder and, you know, the Giggle, but it is what it is, and that's just a little bit of a nitpick. Wild Blue Yonder, it's good. It's a very good horror episode. Would I rewatch this one in a heartbeat? Do I enjoy it? Not as the other 2. I'm sorry, but I do not enjoy it as the other 2, so it is a B. So that is me basically talking about my thoughts on the specials and how I rank them and rate them. So, as I say, in first place, it has to go to the Giggle. Second place is Starbeast. And in third place, it has to go to basically Wild Blue Yonder. What do you think of the specials? What is your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, and share. And join me for more awesome Doctor Who content.